We have many, many choices and decisions to make. And I'm not talking about the election. I don't do politics. Your vote is your vote, and you vote according to your own conscience. I may go back to politics at the end of this if I remember to, but the choices we make every day, what to have for dinner, uh, what to wear to go to work, wives decide, what does the word submissive to my husband mean? That was supposed to be a joke. The many choices. In our readings today, Joshua as well as Jesus offers choices. Joshua to his people. Joshua was the one who, as you remember from your high school Bible classes, succeeded Moses as the leader of the Israelites and would actually take the people into the promised land. And he lays out the choice for the people. Do you want to serve the false gods of your ancestors or of the people, the Amorites, the people who are around you right now? Or do you want to serve the Lord? As for me and my family, we are going to serve the Lord. And the people respond, we as well will serve the Lord. Our gospel today brings us to the tail end of the bread of life narratives in John's gospel. And Jesus, as you recall, these last couple of weeks has been talking about his flesh is food indeed, and his blood is drink indeed. Of course, he wasn't actually talking in a cannibalistic sense, but that's how people heard him. How could his flesh be food? This saying is very hard. We will no longer follow him. And because they couldn't accept what he was telling them, that his words were life itself, they stopped following him. So he turns to the apostles and says, and will you go as well? And Peter speaks up and says, Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of everlasting life. And that's the big choice for all of us. Will we follow the Lord, or will we follow our own decision making? Will we follow our own false gods that do in fact exist in the world around us? The various things we put before God in our lives. We should remember that God always comes first. Always. Family, friends, then our love of football, basketball, whatnot. After that, way after that. But our choice is clear. We should choose the Lord at all times, especially if we're going to take on the privilege of actually having his flesh to eat in the Blessed Sacrament, his blood to drink from the cup. We are his people. He is our God. And every day, we should wake up and say, today I'm going to choose the Lord. What? Remember this from a few years ago, WWJD? What would Jesus do? Anything that we confront in the day's time, either at work or at home or in the neighborhood or in school, what would Jesus do? That means we need to be familiar with Jesus through his word and put it into practice. Now I will touch on politics just for a second. It seems to me that a lot of people who associate themselves with a political party, they know before they even know who's running, who they're going to vote for. It's either going to be one party or another party. Some people are on the fence about who to go with at any given time and all of that. But there is such a devotion to party in our politics today. it actually has ended up becoming a bit divisive in our country. And the only thing I want to bring up about that in regard to our readings today is, wouldn't it be wonderful if our dedication to Jesus would be as strong as some of us have to a political party? What a wonderful, wonderful world this would be. And maybe division would end, unity would come forth, and we could all sing happily that we are God's people.